There's once a story of an old beggar, and every day was the same routine. He would wake up, put on his rags, pick up his tin cup, and go down the blocks of the neighborhood, knocking on each door, begging for some money, asking for some food to sustain himself. And one day he gets to a house. He knocks on the door, and the door opens. And he asks for some help, and the person opening the door says, "Of course I'll help you. But first, let me ask you one question. What would you do if tomorrow you won the Mega $1 Million lottery? You had more money than you'd ever know what to do with. What would you do with all that money?" The beggar stops and thinks, and he says, "I've got a great idea. I would divide the money into 7 portions. It's enough money for each recipient of those portions to build a palatial mansion on the block, one right next to the other, and to have enough money that they'd never have to worry about money again. And that way, each morning, I could walk down the street and go to the first person on that block and say, 'Remember all the money I gave you? Could you please give me a meal today?' And then the next day of the week, I'd go to the next person and say, 'You remember all the money I gave you? Can you please give me a meal?' And that way, each day of the week, I wouldn't have to worry. I would have someone to go to each and every day, and I know they would give me a meal for that day." This beggar, besides for being foolish, is complacent. He views himself in his essence as a beggar, as somebody who could never achieve more than that. And therefore, he has lost all desires, all hope. Even if his luck would change, he would still just be a beggar. The Navi describes Klal Yisrael as Aniya So'ara Lo Nuchama, a nation that's downtrodden, a nation that is afflicted and poor, but a nation that refuses to be complacent, refuses consolation. They're a nation that always is striving for more. And so it is during this 3-week period that we commemorate and mourn all the tragedy, all the calamities that has happened to us over the years. We do so not because we want to pity ourselves, but because we want to motivate ourselves and realize that we can be better, we can achieve more, and we can do more. Have a meaningful 3 weeks and a meaningful Tisha B'Av.